Hola, hola, buenos dias. Anyway, hey y'all, it's your girl, Miss Darricaj, to lead the way, and this is the show where we take it one step at a time. And like I said, I'm your host, Miss Darricaj, to lead the way. Or maybe I should start it. Welcome to the show where we take it one step at a time. I am your host, Miss Darricaj, to lead the way. We're still working on it. Anyway, so I hope you guys watched the video, the little appetizer for today's full course meal, main course, whatever. Listen, today's topic is choosing yourself, loving yourself first. Before you can ask anyone else to do it, you have to do it fearlessly. You have to do it fiercely and fearlessly. Okay? So that door is gonna get on my nerves. Hold up. Hold up. I ain't ready yet. That's my problem. Whenever Beyonce say, y'all ready? I'm not. I'm not. Anyway, listen. I'm going to start with a transparency moment, a little vulnerability. And then I'm going to get into why this is even the focal point for today. Yesterday started out and it was like really rough. Just mentally, just feeling like I'm not doing enough, you know. Oftentimes when you feel like you're doing things and you're not getting the feedback that you want, you start to like feel down on yourself. And you don't have to, right? Because regardless, when you've been working in a particular way for so long and now you're choosing to do something different, you got to give it time. You have to give it time to kind of catch up, if you will. But regardless, I woke up and I was like, you know, I'm still going to move throughout this day as if I have authority, because I do have authority over my life, what I see, how I present myself. So I got up, I got dressed, cooked myself something to eat. I looked cute yesterday, took pictures. I was like, you know what? Because it's been coming up, like, what do you want to do? You know, a lot of people know what they don't want to do, but have you ever taken the time to figure out what you do want to do? And I used to be in this world of creatives and artists, and I really enjoyed it. I found that I really love to model. Like, I love being in front of a camera. I love it. I love taking pictures. I love creative directing, modeling. I want to do print. One day I'm going to do print. I'm going to be, but you know, the thing is, not but, taking that and knowing, okay, you want to get back into that, getting back into those creative spaces. So I danced, I modeled, I creative directed. That's what I love to do. So how do I do that? You got to show up for yourself. So I started, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just take pictures. I just went in the bathroom and I looked at myself. I was like, yeah, now, right now, right now. Okay. And I took pictures and I posted them, just because that's my platform. If I'm not going to become a print model overnight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be in someone's editorial spread overnight. I'm just putting the energy out there. If this is what I like to do, baby, I don't model myself. Here you go. Look. Okay? And you put the energy out there. You are saying, I am saying to the universe, I'm putting out the energy. Oh, she wants to model. Oh, she's putting herself out there. Okay. Whatever happens after that happens. I have no hardcore, like, I'm expecting Tyra Banks to see this particular photo set that I just put on Twitter. Like, girl, no. So that was something I did for myself. I wanted to look good. I wanted to feel good. When I look good, I feel good. That's just how it goes, right? Then I went onto the computer. I was like, you know what? I'm going to apply for these positions. Now that I have my mind right and I understand what I'm going back into the job, the workspace for again, I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it. I know what I want. And I've decided, hey, I want a remote job, a virtual work from home position that's going to pay me this amount. I can either work at home, go to Starbucks, go to the library, wherever I want to go and work. I realized, I love customer service. I love helping other people. That's the place where I feel of service. You know what I'm saying? Not just that, but I learn from every job position that I've ever worked in. And right now, I am building a consulting firm with my best friend because we've both been in customer service. So along with both of us, we didn't meet at work, but our jobs were right across the street from each other. And her best friend worked at the job that I worked at the restaurant that I worked at. So we all kind of worked in the same space. So, and then we worked together for a short time. And then my last position, we worked together as well. So, we know how to work together. And so now we are building our own consulting services where we are going to help people, help small businesses, Black owned businesses work on building customer service. I feel like I shouldn't have said that, but baby, you could do whatever you want. It's not going to be like us. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in that. Whoever decides to do anything in ill will, baby, that will return to you void. Understand that, okay? So go ahead, play with it if you want to. So I know what I'm doing right now. So I go and I apply for these positions. Great. I feel wonderful. I have decided that this is what's going to happen. Did that. Took a ride to the dollar store, got some butter cookies. I know y'all heard that correct. I did that intentionally. Anyway, I got some butter cookies. I love butter cookies. So that was just like my Saturday treat, whatever. Sat down on the couch. And before I did that, I made myself something to eat. But also, I took a breath. I took 3 deep breaths. And, well, even before that, once I closed out the applications, because if you do too much and you make it when you force it, it becomes something. It becomes something you don't want it to be. So I did as many as I felt that I needed to do. Closed it out and said, thank you. I thank you. I am grateful for this time to be able to apply myself and decide that this is what I want to do. Bless it. I move on. So it is. We move on, right? And I'm deciding to do that in all areas of my life. When I'm done doing something, I bless my work and I move on so I can move on in peace. I don't feel like, oh, well, do I need to, I need to do more. No, I did it. We're going to move on. Went, cooked myself something to eat, and I felt myself still getting like kind of anxious or whatever. And I was like, take some breaths. You did it. You turned your day around. You turned your day around from feeling like shit, basically, to applying yourself, taking over your day, deciding that, hey, this day will be great. And it doesn't take much for it to be great, okay? And I'm choosing me. Girl, it's a whole wildlife of freaking bugs outside. What the heck? Anyway, I took ownership of my day. I took responsibility of my day. I decided what was going to happen and I made it happen. took my deep breaths, and then I realized, I don't know, like, listen, I had a whole moment. God and me was like, so right, let's do it. I was just like, oh, listen to me. I had this moment where I just felt like, yo, you chose yourself. You did it. You didn't like, I'm resilient. When I tell you I'm resilient, I don't give up. I can be like sometimes annoying about it, but when it comes to me, I do not give up on myself. And I was just like, just speaking, right? I was just speaking. I was like, yo, I'm thankful because the God in me never gave up on me. Even when it was times where it was like, I don't want to. And I was in this bed and I was like, I don't want to do it. And I just hear this thing on the inside of me that's like, yo, get up, get up. And I was supposed to go out yesterday, right? So my homegirl sent me, she actually signed myself and my best friend up, her best friend. We all look, we the clique. Anyway, they were having a 50th celebration of hip hop down in DC, and you know I was going to go, but I didn't have the means to get there. So it was like whatever. But I also felt internally, you need to just sit, be with yourself. And when this moment happened that I'm about to share with y'all, I knew I needed to apply myself. I knew I needed to just focus on myself that day. Okay. So as I'm sending out my gratitudes and I'm really thinking about it, taking time for and with myself and acknowledging that I choose myself. In that moment, I was choosing myself. At that moment where I was giving gratitude and I was showing grace to myself and I was accepting myself. I can't really describe the moment that I was having, but understand it was a moment between God and myself, in myself, where one, I decided to accept myself in full. I decided to choose myself in full, accept myself in full. I'm not going back and forth with nobody about how they feel about me, about how they want me to be. For a majority of my life, and I know somebody who watches this is going to feel this, whether you had to put yourself in a box, belittle yourself, not be yourself just to make other people feel comfortable. And it's like, yo, transparent moment. I was dying on the inside. My soul was decaying. And as long as I had a smile on my face, as long as I said, oh, I'm okay, as long as I had a little job, as long as I could get myself in my car and to point A to point B, as long as everything looked okay, it was okay to people. And to the people that I wanted to understand me, to the people that I wanted to accept me, to the people I wanted to fit in with, to the people who, you know, okay, I'll make myself smaller. I won't talk like that. I won't say it like that. We don't have to talk about that. Okay, I'm too deep. I'm too loud. I'm too extra. Okay, and I was dying in front of the people who I was making myself small for. And I don't mean it in no like, oh, no, dying. My soul decaying. I was becoming a shell of myself for other people. And then I found myself in relationships, in places, adopting habits that I had no business being around, doing, accepting, whatever, because I'm not being myself. So I had to thank the God in me for never giving up on me. Thanking the God in me for showing up for me. Accepting me for me. Not wanting me to be anything else or anyone else, be any other way but the way I am right now. Yeah, you fell, but listen, we get up and we keep moving and we continue to shine my light. The people closest to me may not understand me. Do I care anymore? Absolutely not. Because at a certain point, you have to understand that the people closest to you who are wanting you to be a certain type of way probably already died within themselves. They the walking dead, baby. They never made a decision to do anything for themselves. So what do you expect them to be able to uplift you for being who you are, for deciding to be who you are? No, that's not going to happen. But the thing is, you have to do what you want for yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, understand yourself, protect yourself for you. Not for anybody else, not so people can love you, no. And understand it will come with consequences. Know that you will get feedback for it. It sucks, but somebody gonna want to share their opinion about you to you. And guess what? It doesn't matter. It still won't matter. You can say, okay, all right, well, move on. Because I used to get or feel upset about it and want to fight back and want to say what I want to say. But now it's like, okay, well, I'm going to continue to smile because I'm not letting anyone steal my joy. I'm not letting you and how you feel about yourself influence how I feel about myself. Yourself, I feel about myself, yeah. And that right there, and to not give a why? Because I was dying in front of y'all and y'all didn't see it. And that's why when people go and unalive themselves and people like, oh, well, we didn't know. Yeah, because you didn't give a fuck. You didn't give a fuck. And understand people who take that route, right? I'm not saying, because you may be watching this and you may have experienced someone in your life who decided to take that route and you feel like you did everything you could. That's not on you. That's not on you. Listen, that's not on you. People, that's their decision. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying in my personal stance, when you're different in my space, in my life. So don't take it as, you could have done better. You could have, maybe. Sometimes a lot of us who are going through feeling like not being here, sometimes we just want someone to be around, We don't want to talk. We want someone to understand the depths of life with us. Everything isn't so shallow all the damn time. But, I cannot speak for everyone, and I will not speak for everyone because that is a very touchy subject, and it is different for everyone. You understand? So please do not take that as I'm saying you did not do enough for that person. That was that person's decision. We're going to leave it there, okay? Okay. Do not blame yourself. But I'm saying, in my life, a lot of people like to look over as long as you're okay, because I've experienced so much in my life of, oh, you're doing too much. You're too this. You're too that. You're too... And it's just like, well, damn. You done turned my forest fire, my campfire, my bonfire into a glow of a matchstick. So, what I'm saying is, love you right now, however you are, however you come, with nobody around. Some of us feel like we gotta have somebody around, and I get it. I understand. Trust me. But baby, spending that time by yourself really gonna show you how you really feel about yourself. Some of us, I hear a lot of times like, oh, I don't have any good friends. I don't have any this. Are you a good friend to yourself? Do you love yourself?